agent located. Identity confirmed.
Good morning, Mr. Hunt.
Sorry I barged in on your vacation. Well, Mr. Hunt, I don't quite know where to begin.
You know me?
No. Should I?
She's got no training for this kind of thing.
But to go to bed with a man like him, she's a woman. She's got all the training she needs.
Welcome to Australia, mate.
This ain't funny.
The mother of all nightmares is on the loose.
I don't think I can do it.
You mean it'll be difficult?
Very.
Well, this is not mission difficult, Mr. Hunt. It's mission impossible. Difficult should be a walk in the park for you.
You gotta be kidding.
This message will destruct in 5 seconds.
So I hope that you've signed on for some action, gentlemen, because you're going to get it.
Assume attack formation. I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
Watch your back, Jack.
If we run, they find us.
Launch Maverick on alert 5. Target dead ahead.
Stay tuned for a special presentation after the movie.
And now we're pleased to bring you our feature presentation.
watched on these locks. Yeah, though I walk through the valley of these locks, I shall not fear these locks, 'cause I run these blocks, yeah. Pay my dues with my own pennies. Now I'm a man. There was no father there for me. Hey, and ooh, and sometimes we would just have to go without eating. Hey, how you like me now? I'm a man. Give my life for my brother. See, I'm a bad mother. Shut your mouth.
And now, the special presentation.
Remember me?
Refresh my memory.
I was 3 years old when I saw the first Shaft film. I remember, seeing Richard Roundtree walk across the screen, and it was like he was larger than life, and to me, he was like, John Wayne. And I always remember my father and I leaving the theater, and then him looking down to me and saying, you know what, I think somebody saw me walking up the street and they made that movie.
I mean, you watch John Wayne, you watched all these other guys be heroes, and all of a sudden here's a guy who looks like me, sounds like me, dresses a lot better, but it's still like, it's almost like me on screen, and I'm a hero.
It's amazing, the life of that film. And I get email all the time from people all around the country, all over the world, that say how that film impacted their lives.
It's a classic in its original form back in the 70s, and it's had a buzz before it was even made that, Shaft was going to be made, and people were clamoring to find out what it was going to be about and how to get into the film. John and I had been talking about this film for well over 3 years. And when he first got the rights and he called and said, I'm going to do this and I want you to be a part of it, it was a totally different concept back then. It's gone through numerous changes up to what we have today.
I was reading the trades one day and I read where, John Singleton to remake Shaft. And I kind of went, why? Why would they do that? There's nothing wrong with the one we have. And who knows, who are they going to get to do that anyway?
My agent had been talking about it. I didn't quite understand what it was because I wasn't familiar with the series or the original film. And once it had been pointed out to me what the Shaft theme was, I realized that I'd been listening to that song forever and loving it. It's hard to top something that's a legend. And I was very, very pleased to see the end result.
A month or so, 2 months later, the script comes across my desk and I'm reading it going, interesting. I don't know if I could do that.
I actually read the script first when my friend Toni Collette, who I worked with on Velvet Goldmine, she was reading the script and was going to meet with John Singleton the next day. And I was actually helping her learn lines for it. And so read this character of Walter Wade and thought, well, I could do that. And so contacted them. And John and Scott Rudin went along to the editing room of American Psycho to take a look at that. And then I met with John and asked me to do it.
I read the script and I thought there were some things that I could bring to it, and then I had a meeting with John Singleton, and knowing that Sam was involved, I was very excited about it. And then after leaving the meeting, I got in my car and I drove away and turned on the radio, and shortly thereafter, Isaac Hayes' original theme came up, and I figured it was done, it was a done deal.
And the more I thought about it, the more I read it, I started looking at it and saying, okay, if they change this and they fix that and they put this person in, if they get Richard Roundtree to do it, then you don't have to worry about me being him and da-da-da-da-da. And as we talked about it and thought about it and got into the room and started hashing it out, I got more and more comfortable with the idea of, kind of being able to be a Shaft for the new millennium.
Looks like the kid got clocked with that.
He come from in there?
He's dressed like it.
Let anybody leave?
I know the job.
Hey, just doing mine.
My biggest challenge in filming this film was really to make sure that I made as cool a movie as possible. I didn't want to make a square version of Shaft. I wanted to make a very cool Shaft film.
John brings an enthusiasm. Being young is one of the things that, you know, he's bright-eyed and he's excitable and he's bouncing around all the time, and he kind of passes that energy along to you in an interesting kind of way while you're doing the things you need to do. And he poses interesting dilemmas sometimes because of his youth.
I knew very simply what my job was on this movie because John made it very clear. You know, so I had a very easy time working with John on this. The whole movie was like a vacation for me. I mean, even coming to work was a hell of a lot of fun.
John kept saying he wanted to make a cool movie, and this is pretty, I mean, it's ultra cool.
How are you going to get me into the police academy with you chucking a job like that?
Who lost your rap sheet for you?
You.
Who got you that trial with the Jets?
You.
Who got you that gig at the club?
You.
Who delivers 10 times out of 10?
All right, dog, you got it, you.
All right, so shut the fuck up and call me when she shows. Why the hell you want to be a cop in? No, forget her ass.
The John Shaft we have in this particular film begins this film as a New York City police officer who pretty much, you know, believes in the system. He goes about his job, he's trying to do his job well, and he sees injustices that can't be fixed within the system, where he eventually kind of quits the force to right a wrong, and becomes more or less a renegade out there.
Fuck that job. Fuck the badge. I'll get that silver spoon, motherfucker, and I'm gonna get him my own way.
He's volatile.
I'm gonna fuck you up for making me run!
Kind of violent. He's impulsive. He's tough.
What's my name? I forgot. What's my name? John Shaft.
And he kind of enjoys physical confrontation.
Throw something else! Throw something else!
Sam is like the coolest of the cool, you know. He's like the epitome of cool. He's like the only actor that really like people go to see him talk, you know, talk smack.
You know when guys like you go down for good? When they get aspirations. When they try and rise above their station. This contract killing thing you got with Walter Jr. Do yourself a favor. You're a 2-bit, 3-block dope dealer. Stick to what you know.
Sam is one of the most professional people I've ever worked with. He's a very generous actor and person, and always pleasant, wants to have fun, wants to enjoy his time at work. He's just a great guy. He's just a real sweetheart. I loved working with him.
Our scenes consist primarily of him glaring at me and calling me motherfucker, really. And it was a great honor to be called Mofo by Sam Jackson.
So what you do, motherfucker? Threaten her?
There's a certain amount of power that Shaft has that Sam possesses also, as, you know, an actor who's worked with everybody and every director in this town, but also knows a lot. So, you know, he really challenges not only, you know, castmates, but people around him that are making the movie to step up because he knows so much.
Look at him.
Who's that?
Peoples Hernandez. He's the neighborhood alligator. It's all his play up here. He's got about a half-dozen apartments. Keeps changing the shit on us like it's a shell game.
You know, Vanessa is, she's gorgeous, she's beautiful and stuff, and one of the things I wanted to do with her in this film was make sure that she was really believable as a detective.
Carmen is a narcotics cop. She is Shaft's partner, and she welcomes him into her crew, which is, you know, a group of cops that deal with drug dealers. When Shaft, who is sometimes emotional at times, tends to want to be very independent and do his own thing, she's always trying to either remind him or reel him back into reality and say, listen, my job's on the line and so is yours, so please, let's do this together and do it properly.
You enjoying the show?
Oh, fuck, John, don't do it. Come on. John, come on, no!
All right, let's go. Good shot. Peoples Hernandez, come on down.
That's crazy. Motherfucker.
Jeffrey Wright, he practically almost steals the movie. You know, he plays People Hernandez, and Peoples is a Dominican gangster who's like running things in Washington Heights, and Peoples and Walter Wade get together to team up against Shaft.
You know, Peoples is a good businessman. He's just a good capitalist, you know, trying to make his way.
Jeffrey's a brilliant actor. He really brings, you know, incredible life to Peoples. You know, it's an interesting sort of partnership that Walter and Peoples arrive at, of, you know, this sort of confused respect for each other, where normally their paths would never cross.
John allowed me, you know, a lot of freedom to kind of personalize the thing and put my own spin on it.
Jeffrey is hysterical. He's so amazing in this movie. He totally cracked me up. It was amazing also to watch Christian. His character in this is so obnoxious and so hideous.
Walter Wade Jr. You big Walter Wade's son?
Yes, I am.
The real estate developer?
Correct.
That is a big man, huh?
Big man. Big man.
Christian, woo, yeah, you know, nice guy in real life, but like he plays a really great bad guy in this film, Walter Wade. Really smarmy, rich kid, you know, that he's real volatile.
He's a wealthy thug, he's a bully. He's somebody who is used to getting away with anything that he wants because he throws money at problems. I was actually unsure about playing another bad guy after finishing American Psycho, but then, you know, this is an action movie. It's something unlike anything I've ever done before.
I am Palmieri. You see that? Huh? You want a taste of that? You want a taste?
The part that I play is Diane Palmieri. In witnessing this murder, her life absolutely collapses and is dismantled, and she retreats from the world as she knows it and is living in a great state of fear and an intense amount of guilt. And pathetically and sadly, I wanted to go into that within the context of an action movie.
I took money. The man who called me that night, he offered me $100,000 to get lost, half right then and half after the disposition of the case, and I said, yes.
My favorite scene in the film is in the bar. I mean, working in Harlem, Lenox Avenue, having Gordon Parks there. I mean, it was a little deja vu. I mean, it was throwback.
Well, the Lenox Lounge was is a very famous Harlem bar. You know, it has a place in the background where Billie Holiday used to perform, and it was refurbished. It was in the process of being refurbished when we filmed in there, and we helped the refurbishing along.
The most effective scene, and when people cheer, is when I turn the corner with my gun drawn and shoot my coworker in the head.
Shoot him.
It's the big payback after what they've done to me. So I would say that that's my favorite.
You know, there was a moment where they finally find me in my aunt's house, and I'm trying to sneak out the back way, and then Sam grabs me, and that whole sequence. I mean, I think that was done in the first week or so when I arrived in New York, and that was when I suddenly realized, okay, Samuel L. Jackson is grabbing me by the arm and dragging me around the back of the house pretending to shoot people with his gun. I'm either 8 years old or I'm in an action movie. This is crazy.
Come on, let's roll. We got work to do. You call this work?
We were at the Bryant Gumbel golf tournament, and everybody was loading up to get ready to go out and play, and I heard somebody yelling, you know, Shaft, John Shaft. And I thought they were talking to Richard, so I never even looked around. I kept doing what I was doing, and they kept going, Shaft, Shaft. And I turned around, and it was Richard talking to me.
And the look on his face was priceless. He didn't quite know.
It was kind of then, and it all kind of struck home. It's like, okay, this is gonna be okay.
They say this cat Shaft is a bad mother.
Shut your mouth. You're damn right.
It's about a cool guy in a leather coat that walks to some funky music that kicks everybody's ass.
Get out, down! He's determined to bust chops when chops have to get busted.
There's a lot of action. There's a lot of gunplay.
It's basically a very, very classy action film, you know?
with a lot of humor.
He's very cool and very sexy.
It's my duty to please that booty.
Shaft had the combination of a great soundtrack and a great look and a lot of energy.
Any questions? You are gone from this precinct. For what? That?
Cut! Good! Playback. This is good.
I had always made a goal to make various types of films, and I really wanted to make an adventure kind of film, you know, something that I would have a lot of fun doing, like the kind of films I grew up on. So I thought, well, they make a new James Bond movie every time. Why not make a new Shaft film? Why not reincarnate Shaft into a whole new contemporary thing?
When I first heard that John wanted to do Shaft, I kept saying, well, why do we need to remake that? And then when I did get a copy of the script and I read it, it was pretty awesome stuff for me.
You enjoying the show?
All I knew that I had to have 3 essential elements. I had to have the leather coat, I had to have the music, and I had to have a great actor who could talk a lot of mess.
You know who my father is?
No. Do you?
He was just like a perfect choice for being Shaft, because that's the whole vibe of that character is...
Who delivers 10 times out of 10? You.
He's the cat that won't cop out. He's the dude that will take care of things, you know, and he's cool while he's doing all these things.
Who is the man that would risk his neck for his brother, man?
John Shaft.
You John Shaft, huh? Heard you quit.
Not yet.
John Shaft, he's a New York cop, very frustrated in his job, dealing with the system, and he's up against a really hard case that tests his morale and everything, and it totally changes him.
Yo!
What's up, man?
They don't serve no malt liquor here.
I want to go.
No, we're fine. We're fine.
Christian Bale plays Walter Ray Jr. He's like this rich brat who his father's a multi-billionaire.
He respects nothing whatsoever. You know, and all he wants to do is get kicks.
There's a murder outside of a bar, and Shaft walks on the scene. He sees there's a dead kid outside. He sees Walter Wade, who has blood on him.
How did you get that blood on yourself?
That's when Shaft comes on the scene. He knows that the kid has been killed. He suspects that this rich kid had something to do with it.
I was razzing the guy. He couldn't take a joke.
Oh, so you cracked his head open. Yeah, I can dig it.
Toni Collette plays this role named Diana, this girl who witnesses the crime.
The waitress. She saw it, huh? So what you do, motherfucker? Threaten her?
Walter knows that he's gonna get off. There's no way that he's going down, that he's going to jail.
Bail is set at $1 million.
Hey!
All right, I'm cool.
I quit.
I've enjoyed this cast immensely. I've had a great time with them. A lot of these people I knew in my theater days, and other people I've admired, you know, from a distance, like Vanessa and Richard. I watched Richard be Shaft, and I watched him work over the years, and I watched Vanessa and kind of, you know, lusted after her in my early life, admired her in my later life, and I'm very proud of what she's accomplished.
The appeal was purely to work with Sam Jackson. That was the big appeal. I think he's done a tremendous amount of work and probably the hardest working man in show business.
Carmen Vasquez, played by Vanessa Williams, she's Shaft's partner. She's like, you know, spitfire cop, a very beautiful woman, but, you know, she can kick butt at the same time.
It's another kind of cop partnership. It just happens to be a male-female relationship that's strictly professional.
What's up?
Old business.
You need backup?
No, I got it.
Shaft tends to like to do things by himself and be a bit of a cowboy. So Carmen's always trying to say, okay, where are you going? Do you need me to go with you?
Yo, Shaft!
Busta Rhymes plays Rasan. He's a gypsy cab driver who owes Shaft a whole lot of favors.
I'm Shaft's right-hand man, and I'm pretty much the guy that Shaft can't be because Shaft is a cop.
Rasan.
What?
Calling in a favor, son.
You ain't got no favors left with me, dog.
You don't argue, just do it.
Shaft in this movie, he definitely maintains all of the qualities of the original Shaft. You know, that's that dominant, real persistent, and determined and doing what he got to do and executing whatever he feels he has to execute.
I think my character is a little angrier than Rich's character was. And I tend to be a bit more volatile.
Get down!
I lash out at people.
What's my name?
I hit people. I shoot people. I kick people. I do things to people.
We are rolling.
When they started shooting, we went out there and saw him shoot a scene, and Sam was hard. Samuel Jackson was mean.
Back away from the car.
I don't know if it's innate or what, but he's like the song says, that shaft is a, no, what does he say? That shaft is a bad mother. Shut your mouth. He does look like a bad mother.
I'm not trying to be Richard Roundtree. I'm trying to be Samuel Jackson playing John Shaft of the 90s. And Richard Roundtree is still the black private dick who's a sex machine for all the chicks.
Night all.
I'm just his nephew who's trying to figure out how to be that.
Alice, ease up on my nephew. Oh, that boy's gonna poke a hole in something. Uncle Jay.
Sam is a hell of an actor in his own right. He's got a hell of a track record, and he's going to bring something totally different and new to that character, and rightfully so.
The best part about it is that the original Shaft is in the now Shaft. He brought back the authenticity to the flick, which is key.
So when you gonna come on board with me, my man?
Soon.
Soon. You're always saying that.
Cut. Nice.
Fuck that job. Fuck the badge. I'll get that silver spoon, motherfucker, and I'm gonna get it my own way. John Shaft starts off as a cop who ends up quitting the force and becoming a renegade. Anybody looking to maintain their employment with the NYPD might be in their best interest to leave now. As a kind of renegade guy, I have no constraints by the law. I can do what I want to you, and probably get away with it.
So I believe we're in pretty good shape on this.
What about the waitress?
Diane saw the murder happen, which causes her to go into hiding, and Walter Jr.'s idea is to just kill her. And he enlists the aid of Peoples Hernandez to help him do that.
My name is Peoples.
Jeffrey Wright plays this character named Peoples Hernandez, and he's like the neighborhood Dominican gangster. Like, he runs the whole neighborhood, the whole drug trade and stuff, and he's like one of Shaft's nemesis.
This is Egyptian cotton, motherfucker. 223. This is like half of your shitty-ass paycheck, okay?
He almost steals the show as this Scarface-like cat.
Yo, Chef, I'm gonna put so many lawyers in your ass, you're gonna think they open a branch office up there.
Jeffrey and I have worked together before. Around the city of New York, we knew each other very well.
And we get together and we do what actors do. We spar.
You ain't shit. You ain't even a fucking pig no more.
You think that makes me less dangerous or more dangerous?
This is a true New York film, and we're shooting it in practically every borough.
From Washington Heights to Midtown Manhattan, to Brooklyn, to Queens, and the Bronx. So we've hit them all, and we are absolutely out on the streets every day.
Jimmy, are you gonna pull the car back?
The city of New York's a great place to shoot. It's essentially another character in your film.
Looks like the kid got clocked with that.
He gonna make it?
Got his head stove in pretty good.
What you'll find is all the perspiration and the blood and the adrenaline that is modern New York City.
Shooting in New York just brought a natural street vibe to the film. I mean, it's a very street movie. It's like Shaft is a man of the city. I wanted to make sure that every image showed that this man owned this city. You know what I mean? This man is a part of the city. He owns this city. Linux Lounge is a famous bar in the heart of Harlem. It's like this place that's steeped in Harlem history. We had to have a place where Shaft goes to like relax.
You're making me blush.
Mm-hmm. Well, let me really make you blush.
And cut!
I'm gonna cover it closer also. Gordon Parks, who was the director of the original Shaft, makes a cameo in this film.
Mr. P, how you be?
Ah, fine.
It was just really great to have him there and be a part of this moment. It's kind of amazing, to sit there and talk to him.
And to have him there that night, whoa, this completes the circle.
I like gun movies, particularly. I always have. I like playing cops and robbers. April Fool, motherfucker. Shooting stuff and running and jumping over things and driving fast.
I was on set the other day and we were doing the first scene with a lot of shooting. You know, Sam was pulling me, I ended up with bruises and there were guns going off everywhere.
Cut!
Good.
Really good. That was a really good reaction.
I felt like I was 8 years old. I was like, oh my God, I'm in an action movie. Ah!
The action of the film is more reality-based. It's more like things that can actually happen. And like there's a moment where he's trying to chase the bad guy, and the bad guy calls out to his friends, and his friends start throwing trash cans at Shaft's head. I mean, that would actually happen in those neighborhoods.
I've been a part of gun chases and shootouts and drug busts, and I guess that's part of, you know, hanging out in the dirty city. There's a big car chase. We're shooting guns out the side of the car. We're dodging bullets. The back windshield gets blown out. The car actually spins over. It's kind of fun.
Isaac Hayes, his scoring of the original Shaft changed, you know, film composing. Isaac brought funk, you know, funky music to film composing. He used instruments that hadn't been used in a score before.
I came up with some, the 16 notes on a hi-hat similar. And I said, let's put a wah-wah with it. And then we just start playing the music. And all these are minor sevens. B flat. I just trusted my instincts, and I went with it. You know, in music, there are certain laws and rules that you don't violate. But I violated them, a lot of them, because if I can hear it, I think that they should be able to play it. So I didn't hesitate, and I just went with my instincts.
Who is the man that would risk his neck for his brother, man?
The Isaac Hayes version of Shaft defines the time. It brings you back to the 70s where things were funky and kind of raw.
They say this cat Shaft is a bad mother. I'm talking about Shaft.
That's got to be historically one of the most beautiful marriages of film and music. People started hearing that, and it just caught people's imagination.
It just created a whole like sensation at the time, and he won an Academy Award for it. And for me, you know, as a kid, you know, watching the film, you know, I wasn't thinking about that. I was just thinking about how cool Richard Roundtree was walking to this music.
Hey, Lester.
Yeah.
You know the violas and cellos, the whole notes that they're having. John Singleton called me and said, I want you to do this. All the stuff that you did in Original Man, all the organic music, the live stuff, acoustic, I want you to do that for Shaft 2000.
The whole thing is going to be funky. We're going to take it all to a whole nother level. You know, if I have the combination of the funky percussion, the funky guitar, the strings, the horns and everything, then it's just like something that's just like, wow, you know, it's just like, it's something that'll live for a long time.
Yeah.
This film will be a New York gritty cop film.
What is wrong with you?
I'm out. I'm done. I'll get it my own way.
There's an edge there because the world that Shaft is embodying in this film is an edgy world and a dangerous world.
Shaft is a black man that pretty much is just not compromising in the slightest way.
He does own the room when he walks into the room. Shaft and Sam.
I personally guarantee you'll never run from anything else again.
And he gets to wear great clothes, look cool, walk down the street to the Isaac Hayes theme tune, and shag lots of women along the way.
You want to come home with me tonight? It's been a while.
I am trying to do this story to the best of my ability. To be honest with this character, to be honest in the situations that this character finds himself in.
You know, something happens to her, I'm going to come after you myself.
You won't have to. Something happens to her, it happens to me.
It's a cool movie.
Now, What's my name?
That's my dog, Shaft. That's my man.
You're damn right. Any questions?
Who's the black private dick that's a sex machine to all the chicks? You damn right. Who is the man that would risk his neck for his brother, man? Can you dig it?